President Trump's deployment of the National Guard in D.C. expired, but the D.C. National Guard will remain in the city until at least November 30th. Why is the Guard in D.C.? How has their stay affected crime and business in the area? And what have courts had to say about using the National Guard as law enforcement support? ASP explains. President Trump activated the National Guard in D.C. in August as part of his efforts to reduce crime. That same day, he used his powers under the Home Rule Act to take over DC Police, or the Metropolitan Police Department. Under federal law, the president can take over DC Police in the event of an emergency for up to 30 days, unless Congress approves an extension. That window closed on September 10th. Last week, DC's Attorney General sued the Trump administration, arguing the deployment is unconstitutional because it includes National Guard members from other states and violates the Posse Comitatus Act. Posse Comitatus means the power of the country, for those of us who didn't take Latin in high school. Normally, the National Guard answers to a state's governor, but DC doesn't have a governor and they don't answer to the mayor. Instead, it's under the president's command. The Metropolitan Police Department reports that violent crime dropped 10% in the 3 weeks following the deployment, and property crime fell 25%. While the city reports more than 80 homeless people have accepted beds at shelters in the city since the crackdown began, nonprofits have reported a 40% decline in the number of people using social services in those spaces. Businesses say tourism has declined. Planet Word, a language museum near the White House, says visitors are down 22% compared to this same time last year. A recent CBS YouGov poll found that 57% of its respondents were against the National Guard's deployment in DC, while 43% supported it. On Tuesday, Trump said he'd announce another city where federal troops would be sent to assist with crime. Even though on September 2nd, a federal judge ruled that the Trump administration, quote, willfully broke the law when it sent the National Guard into Los Angeles, ordering the administration to stop using the remaining 300 Guard members in the city, quote, to execute the laws. The Trump administration has appealed that decision.